you struggle with mental health issues and wish that there were other therapy options out there other than just counseling and psych meds? Well, good news, there definitely is. One of the most underused but highly effective therapies for all mental health issues is acupuncture. Even WebMD acknowledges the validity of a few different studies that have been done on the effectiveness of acupuncture on depression. And those studies showed that those who had acupuncture had a significant decrease in their depression symptoms. The World Health Organization also recommends it for depression. The National University of Health Sciences has an article on their website that is titled "Why Psychiatrists Are Recommending Acupuncture to Their Patients." And this is due to the fact that we are getting more and more positive research out there for the effectiveness of acupuncture on mental health issues. We know that it has few side effects, and the effects of acupuncture can actually be immediate in some cases, depending on the situation. Acupuncture can treat multiple disorders at the same time, such as chronic pain and depression. So why is acupuncture good for mental health? And we're talking depression, anxiety, bipolar, ADHD, all of the things really. Well, it's because acupuncture is rewiring the body. It is calming the nervous system and retraining it over time, over the course of several treatments. In Chinese medicine, you also have to remember that they have no separation between physical health and mental health. So when you're improving the overall physical health, you're also significantly improving mental health. I know that it's helpful to hear personal stories about the effectiveness of certain treatments. So I did want to share a little bit of mine. And that is that although I had been exposed to Chinese medicine for several years, I had never consistently used acupuncture treatments for myself until about 2 years ago. And I started using it for a completely separate issue. It was a physiological thing. However, one of the crazy things about that whole experience was that the first thing that I noticed in my body after starting to receive treatments was a major reduction in my anxiety, which kind of blew my mind because I had been working for many years on the mental component of anxiety. And honestly, I had done really well with that and felt like I was in a pretty good place with all of that, mentally speaking. However, what I didn't exactly realize was that I was still experiencing a lot of anxiety in my body. So I was still getting rapid heart rates and just having trouble staying calm in situations, even though mentally I felt calm, but my body didn't feel calm, if that makes any sense. If you could divide anxiety into two parts, like being the mental component and the physiological component. I'd worked a lot on the mental component, but I didn't know that there was really a way to target the more physiological component until I started experiencing acupuncture. So major reduction in my anxiety was actually a side effect, so to speak, of acupuncture and why I was receiving it in the first place. And even to this day, I am so much calmer physiologically than I have ever been, and I very much attribute that to acupuncture. If you're interested in trying acupuncture for your mental health issues, I encourage you to give it a few treatments to notice some differences, some changes, because the changes may be pretty subtle after the first time or two, and you may not notice until the effects have become cumulative after a few different consecutive treatments. So just keep that in mind. Remember that there's very few to no side effects with acupuncture. So unlike with all the psychiatric drugs that have a whole long list of side effects, this one's pretty safe. Mental health issues are incredibly complex. You have to approach them from so many different angles in order to really achieve optimum mental health. Remember that acupuncture is another tool in your toolbox that you can have for the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do it for the chickens.